Good evening, everyone. My name is Ashley, your Bioderma skincare expert. Welcome to our Minute of Skin Coach live session. Now, before I start my session, I would like to say thank you so much for your time, especially for those who managed to come today in our session. I know slowly we are going back into our normal life, and for those who still managed to come into this session, I really appreciate your time. Now, for those some of you who are new into this session, thank you so much for coming. Okay, and I'm just gonna give you a brief idea what is this skin coach live session all about. Okay, this is a special initiative from Naos Middle East for the purpose that maybe some of you are dealing with any kind of skin related concerns and you might need someone who can understand and listen to you. This is the right place for you to express yourself, and we are here to guide you and we are here to help you in your skin journey. And also we have a special event which is Meet the Expert Live, where you have a free chat with one of our special dermatologists that who can really assist you if you have a serious skin condition. Now tonight is going to be special because I will be able to answer all your questions, and thank you for putting all your comments in the chat box, and tonight I'm going to answer all your questions. So let's begin. Now I just received a question from Miss Allen. Miss Allen, are you here? Thank you so much for coming. Okay, Miss Allen is asking about the alpha and the beta hydroxyl acid. What does it do exactly? Thank you for your question, Miss Allen, and I'm gonna answer you what is alpha hydroxyl acid means, or the alpha and beta hydroxyl acid. What does it do exactly is it's gently remove the dead skin cells. So this is basically a mild peeling. So this will really help you a lot, especially for those people who are combination to oily skin. What happens is when you have a combination to oily skin, it can actually, there's a tendency that your pores can clog. And the main purpose of the beta and alpha hydroxyl acid, it really helps you to remove the dead skin cells that is causing your clog pores, that is causing your pores to clog, and also it also help you to improve the skin damage, especially if you got it from the sun, especially those UV damages. So this one is a mild peeling. Okay, it really help you to improve also the quality of your skin if you've been suffering from any kinds of roughness, if your pores is clogged. So the alpha and beta hydroxyl acid is an amazing active ingredient. Now the second question is from Michelle. Thank you so much for this question. It is actually one of my favorite active ingredients, which is the hyaluronic acid, because you know I like the sun, and once in a while I really need one of these active ingredients. Now her question is all about hyaluronic acid and what does it do exactly in the skin. Now if you've been watching my previous video, or if you've been attending one of my skin coach events, I explain a lot about the hyaluronic acid and what does it do exactly in the skin. Now, the hyaluronic acid is really ideal for the people who's having a dry skin, dehydrated skin, and also something that will really help you to combat the aging. Because what does it do exactly, especially for the people who's dehydrated or for dry skin? It helps you to boost the hydration in your skin. And also because of this, it also seal the moisture in your skin. Hyaluronic acid and the glycerin, they have something in common. They are both humectant, and humectant is basically, what does it do? It really attracts the water in the surface. So basically, if you put a hyaluronic acid in your skin, it is an amazing way to keep the hydration in your skin. So hyaluronic acid is all about hydration. Plus, do you know that we have a hyaluronic acid in our skin? The only thing is, as we age, This hyaluronic acid is a little bit, it will decrease for some times. And this hyaluronic acid is actually what does it do and why it is very important in our skin, because this is the one that is boosting our collagen and elastin. So when you use a hyaluronic acid in your skin, it's going to be beneficial for those who have a dehydrated skin, for those who are, of course, when they fight against aging, and also for those people who are dry skin. So hyaluronic acid is an amazing active ingredient in the skincare products. I hope I satisfy your question, and thank you so much for this question. So let's move for the third question. Now another question from Michelle is the retinol and vitamin B3 peptides. This is very interesting question. Basically, the retinol and the vitamin B3 peptides, these are, I would say, these are protein boosters, because they are basically, their job is something that will help you to stimulate your very important proteins in your skin, which is the collagen and elastin. If you are with me in my previous session and I spoke about and explained about what is collagen and elastin, this is basically a very important protein in your skin, and if you have this degraded, if you have this less, if you have this damage, this is why it's causing you aging. Now there is actually a slight similarity between retinol and vitamin B3 peptides and the hyaluronic acid. Basically, they are collagen and elastin booster, which is preventing you from aging. I hope I satisfy your answer regarding this matter. So let's move to the fourth question. Now I have a question from Miss Helen. Miss Helen is asking about what is vitamin E and C. It's a very good question actually. Let me just simplify you what is vitamin E and vitamin C. These are basically, they are just an antioxidant, and this antioxidant is very effective to fight against free radicals. Now if you can see the vitamin C, especially if you have a vitamin C serum, what does it do exactly when you are when you use it at night? It really helps you to repair all those damages in your skin, especially when you just catch it in the daytime. So vitamin C is an amazing antioxidant that really help you to remove all those dead skin cells, and it also help you to lighten the pigmentation. Now with the vitamin E is also the same. It really helps you to regenerate your skin cells, and in actual fact, vitamin E and C, they both have the same purpose, to fight against free radicals that is causing you to age. I hope I satisfied that question to Miss Helen. So let's move to another questions, which is, let me check. Now there is one more questions. There is no name, unfortunately. The question is all about what is the job of the niacinamide. Niacinamide is also another interesting active ingredient. Now if you've been known about the product of Bioderma, we use a lot of niacinamide, because niacinamide is really good for building your skin barrier. It really contributes that. Now aside from that, the vitamin PP or the niacinamide really help you to calm the redness, especially if you have some irritation. It really helps you to decrease that. And this type of active ingredients is very important because it will also help you for any kinds of inflammation, and also it will improve any kinds of acne in your skin. And also it is a substance with an antimicrobial effects, so it will really help you if you have an acne, and at the same time if you've been dealing with shortage of lipids in your skin. So niacinamide is really good for your skin. Okay, so I hope I satisfied that question. Thank you so much for your question. Now one more questions from Missy. Missy, if you are there, thank you so much for your questions. And her question is actually quite interesting because her question is all about what is the difference between the toner and micellar water. And if I have this both, how I'm going to use it. That's very, very interesting. Okay, in my previous video, if you actually remember that I said that if you have two toners, and in her case she has a toner and she has also a micellar water. By the way, I'm just going to explain you what micellar water is all about. Micellar water is 3-in-1. It cleanses, it removes the makeup, and at the same time it works as a toner. So please do not confuse yourself. This one is a 3-in-1. Now for those people who want something which is a job that would really do everything for them when it comes to cleansing, micellar water is a very practical cleansing solution that you can have in your skincare products. But by the way, her question now is the toner, and she has micellar water and a toner. Now you know what? I will suggest you that if you have a toner, especially if your toner has an exfoliating acids, as I've said, when you use an exfoliating acid and you have a toner, it's better to use this one in the night, because in the night, as our skin is resting, this is very ideal when you want to remove all these unwanted like debris or metals or any pollutants in your skin. You can keep that in the night before your night serum and night cream, while the micellar water, you can use this one in the day. At least in this case you will not be confused, and at least these two you can use it. So I just don't want to confuse you. Okay, if your micellar water is also good for makeup remover, I suggest that if you have a Sensibio H2O, that would be really amazing. And if you have a Sensibio H2O in your house, that would be good, because as I said, micellar water is 3-in-1, especially if you're using Sensibio, because it removes the makeup, it cleanses your skin, at the same time it tones your skin. So if you have this one, you can use this micellar water to remove your makeup at night, and you can use your toner. And in the daytime, you just use your micellar water. You don't need to use your toner, okay? So I hope I satisfied you with your question. Thank you, Missy. Now, I just wanted to highlight this part because I think this is a very important topics. If you have two toners, or one is micellar water and one is toner, I highly advise you to don't mix or don't put everything at once, because bear in mind, in my previous session, if you are with me, I always explain that our skin is a very intelligent organ, and sometimes it can heal itself. Only the problem is sometimes the skin can be sick as well, but this is how we help the skin to rebuild itself and to fight against illness. Now, it is better to use something that is just right for your skin to treat it, but overdoing it is actually bad, because once you disturb the balance ecosystem of the skin, it can actually ruin your skin, because when you create imbalance in your skin, this is how you have a problematic skin. So my suggestion is overdoing is actually not good for your skin. And if you have these two toners, one is micellar water and one is toner in your skincare routine, I highly advise you to, if you have a toner, use it in the night, and micellar water, use it in the day. And if it's also good as a makeup remover, then use it as a makeup remover. It's not a problem at all, especially if you have a Sensibio H2O, which is, I would say, it is really, really gentle. In actual fact, if you have a tired skin, you know that micellar water, Sensibio H2O, it has a cucumber extract that really help you to suit your tired skin, okay? So if you have a micellar water, just keep that as your makeup remover. And if you don't want to do some overdoing, just use this one in the day and use your toner in the night, okay? Now, one more question, and that question is from Maribel. Maribel, thank you so much for your question. I really appreciate it. Are you there? Thank you so much. So, this is your question. Her question is actually very interesting because it's all about product related concerns. Okay, she's actually struggling between Photoderm AR and Photoderm Aqua Fluid, and she said that she has a combination skin and also sensitive. But the reason behind why you like Photoderm AR because it has a little bit of tint, right? And did you seen it somewhere in one of the e-commerce platform? Okay. Now I'm just gonna answer your questions and what is the difference between these two. Now, Photoderm AR, the reason behind why it has a little bit of tint, this is something to neutralizes the red in your skin. Photoderm AR is specially designed for the people who's having a really hyperreactive or sensitive skin. I am talking about the people who suffering from rosacea, which is rosacea is a permanent skin condition. So this is very ideal for them because of the special patented formula, which is the rose active patent. It really helped them to calm the skin, and of course it avoids the skin from skin the skin, the vascular skin dilations. When some of the people who suffering from rosacea, they have a redness in their skin, those veins can be easily dilated. So this type of rose active patent, it really helped them to avoid that. So I suggest that if you're not suffering from rosacea, I highly recommended Photoderm Aqua Fluid. And also you don't need to worry because Photoderm Aqua Fluid, it has actually three kinds of choices. There is one which is neutral, it means it doesn't have any color, and the other sunscreen, it has a golden color. But if you are fair, I wouldn't really recommend that. It's better you can go for the light, which it will match on your skin tone. Now, if you have a little bit of tan or dark skin, you can go for golden. Okay. But actually, this is a very interesting question. I hope that I answer your question, and thank you for this question. Now, let's move to the last question. Now, I have one more questions, but unfortunately, it doesn't have a name. And she said that if her moisturizer has an SPF, does she also apply sunscreen on top of it? Well, my dear, I suggest that if your moisturizer, it has already SPF 30 and you are not planning to go to the sun, I'm talking about you're not going to stay longer hours in the sun, I think that is already enough, especially if you are just going out for shopping for maybe 1 hour. Perhaps you're not going to walk, of course, that you will be so exposed in the sun. I think SPF 30 in your moisturizer is enough. You don't need a sunscreen protection on top of it. Not unless if you are exposing your skin in the sun, because bear in mind that moisturizer and a sunscreen protection, they have different I would say purpose, because most of the sunscreen protection, if you can see, these are waterproof, so it means when you sweat out you can still have that sunscreen in your face, while a moisturizer, when you sweat out, it can actually removed. So my suggestion is, if you're just going in the store and you are driving, 30 is enough. Not unless, of course, if it's summer. Now the sun and the intensity of the sun is a little bit stronger, then of course you can put a sunscreen on top of your moisturizer. It is highly advised, especially if you are living in the Middle East, where the sun in general, especially in summer, it can be really quite intense. But if it's for the for day-to-day life, moisturizer with your SPS, I think that is already enough. So now we just finished all your questions. I hope that I satisfy you with all your questions, of course. And also, I would like to say thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your time. And if you can still remember in my morning session, and I spoke about the surprise that I'm gonna give you. And that surprise is you are all entitled to get your 30% off from one of our platform, which is the Bashara Care. The Bashara Care is basically they are already operating for the last 10 years. It's an e-commerce platform that they do an amazing job, and because of that, we as Naos in general, we are entrusting them as one of our e-commerce business partners. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. I will share you the link on the comment box so you can all avail it. Thank you so much for coming. Have a nice day. Be safe and good night. See you in my next session. Bye.